Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be breaking down all the points and costs for this new Raven Guard Christmas Battle Force box set. That was a bit of a mouthful, but here we go. We've got 8 Christmas Battle Forces to choose from for Warhammer 40k. I've already done an overview video looking at the contents of each briefly, and a points and cost breakdown for the Imperial Fists, but now it's time to focus on the Raven Guard. In the video, I'll go through all the units that are included, go through all the points, and then the costs for the UK price, and also we'll look at the US dollar and euros as well. Hopefully this video will give you a good idea about what to expect from this box set, should you like to order one when they're released. Altogether, there's 17 models and 3 transfer sheets, and the army's all built around the leader, which is going to be Kayvan Shrike. When I first saw what models they've included in this box set, I thought it looked pretty cool. There's some great models there, some of my favourite ones. But when I looked at it for this video, I've changed my mind a little bit. I'm not quite sure who they're aiming this army at. Is it new or existing players? And we'll go through exactly why I think that later on when we look at the units and how they play a role within the army. But let's focus on the prices first, and we'll start with Kayvan Shrike, a great model. This is going to be £26 if you bought him on his own, and I'm going to be looking at the RRP, then we'll look at discounts and things later on. So great models to start things off with, and I've got this already, so that ruled me out of the box straight away. The next model is the Primaris Librarian in Phobos Armour. I really like this model too, so it's great they included it. But again, I've got it, so that's going to be 2 of the main models in the set that I don't need. And these models aren't the ones you'd want to double up on for sure in an army, especially Kayvan Shrike. You don't want 2 of those, and you don't want 2 of these either. But I would imagine if you don't have these models, this has got to be pretty tempting so far. So there we go. That's going to be another £21. Then they've included a box of Primaris Reavers, and these are going to be £36 if you buy them at the full price. And for that set, you're going to get 10 models altogether. Then there's a set of Eliminators, which are going to be £32.50, and these are some of my favourite models for 40k throughout. I think they're fantastic, so really cool that they've included these. And then they put 2 of these Primaris Invicta tactical war suits in there. So that was weird, having 2 in there. They could have put another unit and just included one of these, but they've gone for 2. So a strange combo maybe. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments section down below, but combined that's going to be another £80. They also told us in the Warhammer article that there's going to be 3 transfer sheets. Now normally you'd get 2 transfer sheets in the upgrades and transfers pack for the Raven Guard, but in this case they're going to give 3 transfer sheets, so that's pretty nice. You're going to make sure you've got enough. That should give you some left over for some other models, and then you're not going to get the upgrade sprue though. From the way it's written in the article, it seems to suggest it's just the transfer sheets, 3 of them, not the sprue as well. So I've just priced that as £6 for the transfer sheets, allowing £10 for the sprue. Here now I've took all those prices for all the different units included and then totaled them up for a grand total of £201.50. Looked on the Games Workshop site for the US, and this is going to come to £332, and then I looked at it for France to get euros, and that's going to be €269. Now before we go on and look at the points and start breaking down the discounts, I'd like to say a big thanks to Firestorm Games for sponsoring the channel. I'll put a link to their website in the description down below, and there you can save up to 20% on all your hobby products, including these box sets when they're released. So it'd be great if you check them out, and a big thanks to them for sponsoring the channel. Alright, now we've got all the prices, let's have a look at the points. So I've totaled up all the units, and it's going to be a total of 630 points. I think that's a really nice target to hit if you want to start an army off. 500 points is great, but 600 is good. You can get a few extra models in there, and so that's really nice. So as far as that goes, it seems quite good. 630 points. You've got a bunch of models as your foundation, and then you can build your army from there, layering them up. But let's first have a look at the battlefield roles. Here I've put all the roles, so you've got 2 HQ units, you've got a heavy support unit with the Eliminators, you've got the Reavers in an elite slot, and then with the tactical war suits, they're going to take up 2 elite slots. Now right away I'm seeing a problem here. 3 elite slots means you're going to have to go up, if you want to play them all together, into a battalion detachment. So not necessarily ideal, because that's going to make you have to have a minimum of 3 troop units. But as you can see here, there are no troop units at all. So even if you wanted to do a patrol detachment where you need 1 to 3 troop units, you've got none. So you're going to have to immediately buy some more if you want a battle-forged army. Of course, if you're just playing open play and it's just casual and no one minds, you just bring any models you like and pile them in. But if you want to go with the battle-forged army, which in my experience, playing at the club, most of us do, then you're going to want to put together a proper patrol detachment or a battalion detachment, and then you're going to have to get these battlefield roles correct for each of the units. So with no troops in there, this is a weird choice for a box set that looks like it's aimed at starters. And that raises the question, who is this aimed for? If it's aimed for people new to the hobby, then it's not a great way to start if they want to follow the rules and try and learn. It's going to be quite confusing. And if it's for people who've already got a Raven Guard army, there's a good chance they're going to have Kavan Shrike already, and even potentially that Phobos Librarian, and maybe Eliminators too, because they're really popular choices and they fit in so well with the Raven Guard. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And also I'm questioning, do you need 2 Invicta battle suits? I'm not sure, but my instinct's telling me you don't need 2 of them. But I'd love to know what you think. If you play Raven Guard or you've got some experience of going up against them, please let me know in the comment section below. It'd be great to hear your opinion on that. And let's get back to the price now. So if it's £201.50 in total full RRP for those 17 models, 675 points, then is this set going to be a similar price to last year, £125? If it is, that's a really good price when put together, even if you break it up and spread those models up against other armies maybe. But it could get better, especially if you shop at your local friendly game store, online at places like Firestorm Games, where you can save up to that 20% discount. You could potentially get all these models for around £100. £100 for all these models is pretty good. You're not going to get a better deal all year from Games Workshop. These are the best sets to get, the best time to get them if you want to start an army. But is this a really good way to go about starting an army? I'm not sure it is. As cool as the models look, really buffed up by the Eliminators and Kavan Shrike for me, I think that's adding a lot of value here. The Reavers and the 2 suits, I don't know. I don't think it's the best way to go. You're almost immediately going to have to buy some troops, and so maybe some infiltrators or incursors would be a good option. 1 to 3 units, 5 men in the unit, so you could get away with just buying 1 box set. But if you want to play all the models in the Battle Force together, that's 3 elites, you're going to need to go up to a battalion detachment, which means you need more troops, so you'll need to buy another box of these models. I'd certainly be tempted to put some more Eliminators in there too. For the 75 points value, it's so low for what you get with these. Las Fusils, perfect weapons, or give them the sniper bolt rifles, it's up to you. But whatever you choose, I think for 75 points, they're great value and they certainly pack a punch. Then I was thinking of other units you could include, and if you're going to go for a battalion detachment with those up to 6 elites, why not pop some aggressors in there? Might be a good option, just for something a little bit tougher. I like the Storm Talon gunship just because I think it's a really fun model and I think it really fits in with the narrative of the Raven Guard. I think it works nicely zipping around the battlefield, and that's what I'm including with the army I'm putting together for my Raven Guard. And then also maybe a Storm Speeder Thunderstrike. Do they need one of those, do you think? Or is that just too much? Maybe it's not even necessary. I'm mostly driven by rule of cool when I'm putting together my armies, especially the Warhammer 40k ones. I go for the models I really like the most, the ones I think would fit in with my style of gameplay and what I like. So definitely as far as tactics goes and competition level and things like that, I'm out of my depth with Raven Guard for sure. But yeah, I think these would fit in and look good with them. But what do you think? Let me know down below. That's now covered all the points, costs, and maybe even some extra units you could add to this set if you chose to get it. And I hope it's been helpful to give you a good idea of the cost and exactly what's included in this Raven Guard Battle Force box set. I'm working my way through all of them. I've done the Imperial Fist, now Raven Guard, 6 more to go for 40k. And I've also made a start on Age of Sigmar with the Thunderstrike Spearhead for the Stormcast Eternals. I'll be working through those other box sets as well. That means there'll be lots of videos up over the next few days, but for now, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.